Thank you, Mr. President. Just for a change of pace, I have an amendment that actually is germane to the bill. And I would move the A149.
Senator Abeler offers the A149. The Secretary will report the A149.
Senator Abeler moves to amend House File Number 5242 as amended pursuant to Rule 45 as follows. Page 215, after line 10, insert. This is the A149 amendment.
Senator Abeler to your A149 amendment.
And thank you, Mr. President. To save Senator Klein from jumping up, I would request a roll call.
Roll call requested, roll call granted. Senator Abeler.
Thank you. Mr. President, we have discussed this topic a bit on the Human Services Bill, and frankly, it wasn't really germane to that bill, and it belongs here, but the point was to try to call attention to a very real problem that's existing in some of our subsidized housing programs, in this case, Section 42. I do not claim to be an expert on that, but I can tell you that in the operations of this, there's a flexibility in terms of rental increases. It's already rent controlled. The index is the area median income, also known as AMI, and it's decided on by someone besides me, HUD or MHFA or somebody decides that, based upon what the wages have gone up. And so in past years, it's gone up as much as 12.8% through the whole COVID time when wages were just suddenly went up like $5 an hour overnight. And so that index was how much these Section 42 properties are allowed to raise their rent. There are many nonprofits, Mr. President, who decide to raise their rent 0 or 1%, very nominally, understanding the state of the condition of their residents. These are income-limited housing opportunities. I believe 44,000 is what I remember hearing, that you can't have income more than that, and many have income approaching 24,000 or even less. And so there's a good number of people that have joined these actually very nice buildings to look forward to being their final home, only realize that they're being priced out and they don't know what to do. One woman in particular, and I could give you many, many stories. I'll just tell you one that was just maybe you want to weep. This woman moved in at $1,000 a month maybe 5 years ago or so, and her rent was now $1,750, and she's making somewhere in the range of $2,000 a month and did not know how she was going to do anything. And so this amendment would actually seek to change the index from AMI to Social Security -1, which is actually a much more reasonable number. It is not that these properties are all privately funded with capital that someone has gone to earn. They are in many cases funded by two-thirds federal tax credits. And so there's, in my mind, quite a responsibility that these owners have to actually be reasonable to these tenants. On the for-profit side, that has often not been the case. The amendment that we had before was more broad. This carves out the nonprofits, and it's limited to senior housing. And so, Mr. President, they're probably watching today. They're trying to. It's amazing the amount of research these seniors have done. And just because you're a senior does not mean you don't know how to read anymore. And I'm impressed as I listen to dozens and dozens of these individuals talk about their research. And I won't burden you with the list of how many places there are, because I can't find my glasses. But there's got to be, I don't know, 15 of these places at least. Probably more than that, just one company has 15. But they have stated out loud, why did you raise the rent 12.8%? Why do you raise it the max every time? Because we can. And Mr. President, I just don't think it makes any sense to have properties subsidized this heavily by, well, taxpayers. Federal money is taxes, right? It certainly is. And then have these seniors be bound to be homeless or having to double up or go back and live with their daughter, which doesn't make either of those people happy. So, Mr. President, I would urge people to vote yes, and hope we can give the relief that these individuals deserve in their senior years, and we can keep the promise we made as they moved into senior housing. It was supposed to be affordable to actually keep it affordable. It does not roll anything back. It's just prospective. But, Mr. President, this will make a great difference to at least several thousand, if not more, people in our great metro and across the state. Thank you.